Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Type 63. It's a Tier 8 Japanese premium heavy tank. It's located on the eastbourne of Paris, and this one is under the command of Andromeda of No Retreat, No Surrender. Okay, off we go. Well, this is one of the new heavy tanks that have been brought out. This is the premium version, so you can get one of these. I believe it's actually in a contest at the moment, the Snatch contest, but don't quote me on that one. It's got a, I believe it's a 105mm main gun, and don't quote me on that one too. Yes, it is a 105, 320 alpha, 230mm of penetration with standard, and with the premium rounds. Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry, I'll rush that back. Yes, trust me to not be watching when he gets his first shot on the enemy. Yes, it's one of the new tanks with the gun cooling system. Okay, going to the VK, fast moving. He stops and he fires a round in just as he lines it up. He didn't actually see the outline when he fired, but apparently he got it lined up perfectly. Now, this new system, how it works is that by reducing the cooling or increasing the cooling on the gun, but by delaying your shots, you actually increase the cooling and improve the dispersion of the shells. So it's the gun cooling mechanic. That's what they're calling it. The higher tier tanks as well have got the pneumatic suspension. He gets another hit, this time on the AMD, and he goes down to our Dicamax. Now it's a tier 8 game with tier 6 tanks in it. Can't get a shot on the 2801 at the moment because he's actually behind that rubble right in the center of the map. But the AMX 12 ton is going in there to dig him out. And I think, yes, he has taken some damage right now. So we're hoping, if he takes him out, yes, revealed some enemy tanks. Got a first one, Jagdpanzer IV. Now the alpha is 320 and penetration, as I said, 290mm or 230mm, I think it was. Oh, he got the kill! He's taken out the Jagdpanzer. Now, the 40 TP is vulnerable as now because the R178 is sitting over their side of the map. And so we're getting to spot these guys, but they're pulling back because they know that they're vulnerable. The 40 TP, though, has popped up to take a shot, and he takes a hit as well for 324. Actually, it's 320 alpha, if I remember correctly. And there you go, 230mm of pen. And with the heat rounds, it's capable of 290mm pen. So from 230 to 290, 60mm extra for using the premium rounds. Now, and you can see the angles on these tanks are actually quite good, in terms of the fact that they make them very slab-sided. But you can see the turret is almost like an oscillating turret. And hello, Mr. Enemy. Staghound takes him around, but we do from behind. In fact, actually, no, it wasn't from behind. It was an M2Y. Okay, the Staghound's come back. Okay, now he's a one-shot, and he goes down. But we took another round from that M2Y. So he's being a bit of a pain. And the reload, well, we're letting the reload go slightly longer. He auto-aimed that one on. That did not work. And although he's crossing the gap, we are taking damage. And remember, that M10 is actually behind us. So we need to get him out of the game. Auto-aimed on, and there's a kill. So that's 3 kills now for Andromeda. And we're pushing into enemy territory. We're 3 tanks up on the enemy. So Andromeda's had a dramatic effect in this game, and he's already got just under 2k's worth of damage. Scorpion in the background. Now, he can use this earth here, using his gun depression. Okay, he did get a pen there. 336 on the Scorpion. Creeping up. Yes, he's got a shot. Oh no, he tried to auto-aim it on. No, you can't do that. You've got to try and manually aim these ones if you can. Otherwise, you're going to miss. Okay, we've got a GW trying to escape. Yep, one shot takes him out. That's 4 kills now. He's the lead scorer for his team. And the S51, he's just around the corner. So he could get a Pascucci's if he can get this guy. And he should be able to. He's reloaded. All he's got to do now is drive down. But the AMD is just around the corner, shooting at this guy. Yeah, he didn't realize what was coming up behind. That's a Pascucci's. And now the cap is his. All he's got to do is hold the cap against the enemy. And that's it. The game's over. And they've won. Well, that was a fairly brief battle, but it was a good one nonetheless, and it shows you some of the characteristics of the Type 63. That was a third-class tanker to Andromeda. He's already had one of those, so it's not the first time. He did get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. In fact, he got 5 in this one. It was one short of getting a top gun and 1/3 of the enemy team. You can see you have to scroll the page in order to see all the targets he hit. Got a sharpshooter for getting 10 or more consecutive shots on the enemy. Master gunner for getting 5 armor penetrating shots in a row, as well as a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 5 exactly. Pascucci's medal for killing at least 2 SPGs. In fact, he got both of them. And he also got a Brothers in Arms because he was able to platoon at the last moment. And you got to see the Type 63 has got a kind of combination oscillating turret. The whole turret actually turns up and down and pivots, almost like one of the flak or the Panzerwagons, the Rheinmetall Panzerwagons, the flak tank or flat tank, tier 10 light tank. The thing is that it's kind of an unusual design, but it seems to work. And Wargaming are actually running this this marathon at the moment, I believe, which is called the Snatch Marathon, which of course I'm not doing simply because I'm trying to maximize output for the videos. Obviously, I've done this with all of the premium mediums or premium tanks that they've put on marathons ever since they started. And it's one of the sacrifices I have to make in order to get the output of videos for the people, because otherwise I would spend my time on the marathons instead to get the marathon tanks, but there wouldn't be any videos for you to watch while I was doing that. So rather than do that, I put the emphasis on videos, and I then try and get the tanks later on when they're on sale in the gift shop. Anyway, this game had a win rate of 3,047, which is Super Unicums. So he did do well. Let's have a look at team score. Highest damage turned out to be the 7032, 122. He managed to get 3,865 hit points. That was the Brothers in Arms and High Caliber. He was the one we platooned with. And second place went to Andromeda with 2,500. And he's actually in third place. Sorry. The enemy Progetto 54 got 2,506. Just 2 hit points more than Andromeda with 2,504. So they were the top 1, 2, 3. That one, then this one, then that one. When it came to kills, though, they actually had 5 kills for Andromeda, 3 kills for the 7032, so that's 8 kills between them. And the next highest after that was, in fact, the heavy tank number 6 and the GW Panther on the enemy team. So he must have been a good player, but I think he was actually picking off tanks that were fairly badly damaged already, because he only got 311, but he still got 2 kills out of it, whereas the heavy tank got 993 and 2 kills. So obviously he was actually trying to do real damage. When it came to base XP, we can see that the 7032 got 1,171 and 956 went to the Type 63 of Andromeda and 915 went to the Dicamax. So we can see only one player managed to get over 1,000 base, and that was the 7032. And he was the one who messaged us right at the start of the game telling us to fall back. But I think that may be that he was a bit concerned that Andromeda might get more damage than he did. And that almost turned out to be true. Well, not quite, because of course 7032 did get nearly 1,300 hit points more. Let's have a look at detail. He fired only 13 rounds, but they were good and accurate shots. He got 12 direct hits on the enemy, 11 penetrations, 2,504 hit points of damage, of which 1,312 were at more than 300 meters. So a fair amount of damage done at close range. 6 hits received, only 4 of which actually penetrated, but some of them came from that Yo tank, the M2Y, 2 non-penetrations, and 250 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 9 enemy vehicles were damaged, 5 were killed, and he got 593 hit points of damage assistance. I think that may have been spotting, actually. He earned 63,659 credits, Andromeda, and he also got 25 bonds for a mission achievement and 3,011 experience points on a premium account. So yes, it does pay to be on a premium account sometimes. And yes, so a decent game, decent number of medals, interesting tank. I'm not quite sure how. I know obviously the whys and wherefores of the gun cooling mechanic. I'm not so sure about. I know it says that there's an additional circle in the aim circle, and if you let them, if you reduce the or increase the amount of time you take between each shot, it cools the barrel down and then enables the circles to match together, and you get a better dispersion. And if you fire too quickly, if you fire just directly after you've just fired the previous shot, the moment it's loaded, then you get worse dispersion. I know that's part of the mechanic, and it's to try and slow down people's fire rate, slow down their DPM. But it is an interesting tank nonetheless, mainly for the fact that it does have a kind of oscillating turret, a match turret with fairly good armor, 175 at the front, 120 at the sides, and 50 at the rear. The hull doesn't have much armor, 80 at the front, 55 at the sides, 40 at the rear, but it's just an interesting tank altogether. But I won't be getting one for a while, so I won't be trying it out myself, mainly because obviously, as I said, I don't get these tanks until they're on sale in the gift shop, because I'd rather get your videos out than try to fight for them in a marathon and slow down your videos getting released. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.